Right, so you're thinking about becoming an insurance agent, or maybe you are one, and you're wondering, what does perception look like of the industry? Is it the same as what reality is? Well, this video is for you. A lot of folks have a perceived idea of what the business looks like that is so detached from what reality is. So I'm going to go into that with you, talking about face-to-face, final expense sales, what it looks like, and telesales as well, including Medicare agents. It's the same animal, all right, same beast. So we're going to dive into what you need to know to be profitable in a career that can be punishing if you don't know these things. If you need help, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. I partner with some amazing agents in my national agency to sell things like life insurance and Medicare, face-to-face, but more importantly in the telespace. So if you need help, reach out. We'll help you in any way we can. But let me tell you, the one thing you always want to focus on, get the perspective right, is that this business is very much a business based on hard work and huge action. Hard work and huge action. There's no substitute for hard work. This business will humble you if you don't understand that this business looks like effort. It's an effort business, a hard-working man and woman's business. You've got to have huge levels of action if you want the best chance of becoming extremely profitable. But if you don't grasp this, that you're thinking, oh, I've got an insurance license and I'm going to sit back in my chair and just, wow, I'm just going to work this phone and everybody's going to call me and let's pretend like I've got a job. You're going to get hurt. It will punish you. This business will punish you so hard. It just will. You got to look at the business as, I want to be profitable. Well, what do I need to do? First thing, hard work. It is a performance-based business. Those that do are those that get, and that's the way you want it to be in this place. If you work harder than somebody else, you've got the ability to make way more income than someone else as well. So it is a performance-based industry, but you can never lose sight of the fact that this is an activity-oriented career, and hard work is the first and most important thing. If you're a face-to-face insurance agent, your work just looks different. Okay, you've got to do lots of appointments. You've got to get your behinds in those homes. You're going to sit on cat pee couches. You're going to be in some maybe flea circus homes, and they're great people, but not always, the most sanitized places on the planet. You may be in homes where the floorboards have gone in. I'm not kidding you. I've done this many a times. There's great people that need your professionalism, but it is a punishing place and the smells aren't real pleasing. So you've got to sometimes get through all of that and understand this is going to look like hard work. It's not going to be sanitized, but it's an effort-based business. So your hard work is setting appointments, being disciplined to get it done if you're a face-to-face insurance agent, and also making sure that you're working on huge steps of action as a face-to-face agent and knocking doors when an appointment blows out. Make sure you've got enough activity to keep that activity up. You want the applications, right? Well, you've got to do the activity if you want the applications. Final expense telesales insurance agents, and Medicare insurance telesales agents, a lot of times you think, oh, I'm just going to work from home and I'm just going to sit back in my pajamas and drink coffee all day. Yay, sign me up. That's not a proper perspective. That's called perception that's polluted. What it really looks like is you're going to be on that phone. Your activity can't go down. It needs to go up. If you're going to be on the phones doing telesales, you got to be focusing on massive levels of action. You need customer acquisition, and you're going to do that by lots of activity. It's the same as face-to-face. Your method is just different. You use the power of the phone. You are not going to smell like a face-to-face insurance agent. You're not going to have to worry about the wear and tear in your car. You're not going to have to worry about your car getting broken into when you're in the bad section of town. This does happen to the face-to-face agents on occasion. Let me tell you, you're not in the nicest of neighborhoods sometimes, and that's okay, but you don't have those face-to-face issues. You've got your own set of issues, all right? When you're doing telesales, you're kind of on your own little island. You got to get used to your own skin, get used to the thoughts in your own head sometimes, and really make a connection with your client, but you cannot stop short of massive, massive levels of activity. You can't make like 3 calls in the course of your day and go, well, I worked today, I'm going to just sit back with my feet up on my desk and I'm going to be successful. That is a poisoned perspective. Reality means you're going to sit in your office all day long and call numbers, okay? Or if you're getting inbound leads, you're going to sit in your office all day long waiting for people to call you. And when they do call you, you've got to have your A game ready to go. You got to be prepared. Telesales and face-to-face sales, it's all predicated on huge amounts of action, huge amounts of activity to get the application. So point number one, hard work, okay? Performance-based business. Those that do are those that get. Extremely profitable and lucrative career choice for you. If you're a face-to-face or telespace, Medicare insurance, or final expense insurance agent, all these rules will apply to you. It's the same. Your acquisition looks a little different. One's just all phone, okay? No wear and tear in your car, just pounding the phones, good stuff. Face-to-face agents, you've got the ability to communicate with the whole body because they see you physically. So nothing wrong with that either, but your activities look a little different. One is just calling and closing business. The other one is just setting an appointment and door knocking, getting in front of great people. Point number two that I want to share with you is this business is a highly, skill-based industry. You've got to have good skill big time. You got to be able to be in a place where you handle rejection even when you are skilled up and ready to go. You've got to have this skill before I get to point number three, which we will discuss in a second, but you must have good skill. You must not reinvent the wheel. You've got to have a good mentor and trainer or good best practices to help you become extremely profitable so that you don't do things the wrong way. Shortcuts in this space, whether it's face-to-face or in the telespace, will cost you so much money, cost you crazy amounts of revenue. So point number two, it's a skill game. Make sure you're skilling up and building yourself up, polishing and honing yourself so that you're razor sharp and so you are ready and you're articulate and you're ready to listen to your consumer and meet their needs with confidence. You've got to be in a place of confidence because you've been trained well. Doesn't mean that you're not going to also have rejection, though. You're going to get rejected, and sometimes you're going to lose perspective. Perspective is not your reality. Don't let that one call taint how you view the industry or how you implement the skills that you have. So high skill, make sure you're mentored right, trained right, and make sure that you follow good proven direction. Make sure you're using good proven appointment setting scripts. If you're doing telesales, proven Powerscripts. Make sure you're not implementing some, free script out there that's a messed up Frankenstein script. You know what I'm talking about. You read it and you're like, sure does smell a lot like face-to-face. Yeah, because it is, okay? Make sure you're not using face-to-face skill sets and mindsets to get, applications by phone because it'll be a lot harder and you won't be able to capitalize on the opportunity in the most profitable fashion as if you used really good high-end telesales training because it's a totally different ball game. Same client, but different methodology. So skill up. Make sure you skill up and build yourself up. Never arrive. So point number one, hard work, massive levels of action. Point number two, understand you're going to get rejected. Face-to-face insurance agents, massive levels of rejection will happen from no-shows. You drove 2 hours round trip, and they go, oh, I tried to call your office. I didn't want to meet with you. And you're like, wow, this stinks, It hurts. It does, You got that windshield time. You drove a half an hour, set the most amazing appointment. You did good. You had great skill. But then this business for point number three will be a game of will. It is a will game, Will you work hard? Will you skill up? Will you build up? Do you have a will about you to work, This is a performance-based industry. You've got to have that mindset so that you can have the best outcome and the best profitability possible. You're going to have times where your will is tested. You're going to get no-showed as a face-to-face insurance agent. You're going to set 5 appointments in the day, and sometimes, guess what? All the numbers just crushed on you, and then it can be debilitating if you let it. The perspective is that, wow, I'm just going to talk to a bunch of people, and they're going to fling their checkbooks at me in cash and say, sell me insurance, No, that's not the truth. But when you have a good work ethic, huge, massive levels of action, there's strength in numbers and in the laws of averages. When you are highly skilled, you are now ready. When you've got a skill game, now you can implement the will game, the will to serve, the will to win. I will follow this system. You want to make sure that you're using true turnkey systems when you're an insurance agent. Final expense or Medicare, it's all the same. Will you implement? Do you have turnkey systems? I hope so. If not, you're learning the hard way instead of the simple way. This business is extremely simple, but not easy. You've got to have a will to win. When you get rejected, will you move past the objection? Will you, okay, try to bring value to the client yet again in a professional way? Will you, right, focus on the most important thing? Will you, as a face-to-face insurance agent, handle the rejection from a bad appointment and go knock doors with a smile on your face, even when you feel like maybe your business is in pieces right now? Or if you're a telesales insurance agent and you just got the barrage of no's that ran over your toes, and now you've got to go, I will pursue the next call. I will not let that bad call, okay, taint my next call as I proceed with a purpose to serve them and bring value to them. You've got to have a skill game, but more importantly, you've got to have a will game. You will be better. You will be great. This business is extremely profitable, but yet it can be punishing when you don't understand that the business looks like hard work. It looks like massive levels of action. It looks like a skill game. It is absolutely a skill game. You need the best tools if you want to do the job in the right way, okay? If you want to have the most rewarding and profitable outcome, you need the best skills, the best tools in your box so that your tools don't snap, right, halfway through the job. Sometimes you're not tooled up right, and then you get schooled by that call, and that hurts. When you're paying money for leads, you got to have a high skill game, but you've got to have a high will game. The will to win, the will to succeed, the will, okay, to keep going and to trust the numbers, even when the numbers, okay, all fell of the no's right now, but the yes is right around the corner. But so many agents get punished because they lose sight of the fact that that next call will be a yes, most likely, but they prejudge a call. They prejudge a lead. A lead is nothing more than an opportunity to have a conversation. Nothing more, nothing less. Bring value to them. This business is amazing. It will give you so many great things, but understand it's going to take massive levels of action. As an insurance agent, perception is you put your feet on your desk as a telesales agent and just show up in your pajamas and wipe the little eye boogers out of your face and just get on the phones when you feel like it. That's not the truth. It's not reality. That business in telesales looks like hard work. It looks like massive levels of dials and massive forward movement and intention. It's a performance-based industry. You've got to do more if you want more. You've got to skill up if you want to build up into greater places when you're in telesales. You've got to do the exact same when you're a face-to-face insurance agent. It's a skill game, but it's a will game. You will succeed because you've got no, okay, retreat in you. Focus on your clients. You can do this. You'll be so profitable if you do massive levels of action. Never lose sight of that. Never lose sight that this is a skill game, but more importantly, it's a will game. You will do more. You will follow the turnkey systems, hopefully, that you've been given. Make sure you got a good mentor. Make sure you've got someone that's helping you and really investing into you so you've got the best chance to get everything you want out of this career. But perception looks like, oh, perception, I can just have an insurance license and walk around and go eat lunch places and watch YouTube videos from my car and sit in here in my safe place and pretend like I'm doing income-producing activities. But reality is that no, you're not. The only time that you're doing things that are profitable is when you're performing, okay, the high levels of action, the door knocks, the appointment setting, calling those leads, meeting those needs. If you're a telesales agent, call those leads, have conversations, bring value and certainty, and then close their business because they want you and they need you. Have the will to survive, have the will to thrive, be profitable. No longer will you have a false reality. You know what it looks like. It's amazing. Work hard, and let me tell you, the performance and the profitability that you can experience from being better positioned will allow you to have a better outcome in this industry. I hope this helps you. Have a great day. I appreciate you watching. If you need help, reach out.